Okay, gonna go ahead and get this started. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a different training um, than we're used to. I'm just going to go ahead and get in this. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the waiting room if I can do that. I don't know. Let's see. That might be, I don't know, I might be able to do that. I don't know. Okay, so basically what this is I was reading my Bible the other day and I was in Hebrews. I finished up Hebrews, but Hebrews 11, the chapter just spoke to me and I wrote down some notes. So I'm going to be going off my notes and to the best of my ability, going to stay on track just for that. So I'm going to read just a little bit, like I'm just going to skim through Hebrews 11 so that you can get the gist of what it was that got me. And I call this by faith, and you're going to see why. But in Hebrews 11, it is now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For it by the elders obtained a good report. Through faith, we understand the worlds were framed by the word of God. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, by faith he sojourned in the land of promise as in a strange country. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered a child when she was past age. Like you're gonna see, like everything goes by faith. And by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau. By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down. By faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not. Who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens, talking about David there, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. And that just by faith. Like, why are we even here? Right? Like, why are we even here? Why are we doing what we're doing? Why did we get started? What was the whole purpose of us even ordering that first sample pack or anything like that, right? So it's just been a super crazy, incredible, just transforming, evolving journey just through all of this. So just an example, I think that's why I put this in here, because I couldn't make sense as to why I put this in here, but it was on my heart, so I'm going to read my notes. So basically, if I had relied on my teenagers, like if I rely on my teenagers, God love them, to always have the dishes done, to always have the bathrooms clean, to always have their chores done, to always have, picked up after the dogs or anything like that. If I relied on my teenagers, to have everything done, it wouldn't happen. You have to stay consistent with your kids and them doing their chores and them doing their homework and them doing all of the things so that they can learn to develop those habits, right? We do this for our children, but then we lack it in ourselves, right? I don't just go by faith that they're going to do their chores. I love my kids. They're teenagers. I do not trust that everything is going to be done. So I don't just go by faith that they're going to do their chores or they're going to do their homework. I have to stay on my kids consistently in order for them to develop those habits so that when they move out, I'm not afraid to go to their house. You know what I mean? So, but they are the gifts that I have from God, and I am raising them today on the faith that God knew exactly what he was doing when he gave them to me. So he knew that they would be raised through depression and uncertainty because at the time, we didn't have a desire for more. We thought that how he was living was how life was lived. We didn't have a desire for more. I mean, yeah, sure. I wanted to be Miss USA back in the day. I mean, yeah, sure, that kind of thing. But like, as far as like businesses and things like that go, I didn't have a desire to be no CEO or no manager of no department store or any, like big wig thing like that. I ain't have no big desires like that. I was just a simple girl who got kicked out of school and was now just trying to raise her kids to the best of her ability in a depression. So, but I had to go through my trial so that when God guided me through that depression and led us back to church, right? That my faith would have been awakened like it needed to be for when I got that sticker in the mail, I would be open to it. Because at the time I was so close-minded. It was my way or no way. I could take care of myself. I could do it. It wasn't a thing. I would find a way, right? I needed to be open to it. So I had to go through everything that I went through so that when God guided me through and guided me back to church, when I got that sticker in the mail, I didn't just cut it in half and throw it away and like, this chick is crazy, right? I would be open to it. He knew that I needed to be open to it. So he had to guide me to that point. And then when an opportunity presented itself, I would be open to it because I was thriving before I hit that promoter option. And my faith would be strong enough to take that leap because it was like taking one step at a time, right? It didn't all happen at once. It didn't all happen at once. And I posted today that I'm absolutely clueless. I was clueless when I started. I was clueless about vitamins. I was clueless about building a business. I was clueless. And some days I still am. But that's just how it is, right? And then a few months later, my faith would be strong enough to believe that I could work out. So I had to have my faith awakened to be open for that sticker. I had to have my faith grown a little bit more so that I could take that leap of faith and hit that promoter button. Then I had to have my faith grow a little bit more for that belief in myself that when I got up, I could drop a squat. Granted, my husband had to help me up for my first one, but by then I was determined and I believed in myself. Then that my faith grew even stronger, that it was needed to keep me going when things weren't looking like I thought they would. Here 6 months, nothing. Because this is what I was doing. IPAs in chats, like, just doing my IPAs and then going about the rest of my day. My faith has to be strong enough to keep me going. And my faith grew stronger for me to go through the trials that I am at the moment with my teenagers and my spiritual walk. And I hurt my back and I'm trying to build a business, and God is showing me my faith, and he's showing me to keep going because I'm growing. I'm not just waking up every single day like a robot, like a bot, like a spammer, like all these corporations want you to be. And I'm not just waking up and taking the same picture of my capsules and posting them on my stories every morning and that's it. And then I do some IPAs and then I'm done. I'm not. Every single day my business looks different. My business looks different every single day because I'm growing through all of it. I'm growing through everything that I'm learning, right? Growing through everything that I am learning. My relationship with my kids may not be a Polaroid, but by faith, I am a worshiper and I am a warrior in my home. I have one kid who does not even believe in God. And I have two other teenagers who are conflicted in their own spiritual walk. But I know for a fact that every single morning when he gets up and he goes off to school and he walks past my door, he sees his mom sitting here at her desk reading her Bible. I am becoming the worshiper and the warrior that God needs me to be in my house. I may not be where I want to be or even expected to be by now. Because let's face it, when we put expectations on anything and it doesn't happen the way that we want to, and it wasn't going to work out, right? I know I'm not the only one. I may not be where I want to be or even expected to be by now in my weight loss or workout journey, but by faith, I will keep squatting. I will keep stretching. I will keep crunching. I will keep jogging in place. I will keep doing the dang thing because by faith, I know the results are down the road. I just have to keep going. If I stop right here, if I stop every other step and take a picnic, I'm never going to get to where I want to go. I may not be where I want to be or where I thought I would be in building my business. But I don't even know what I thought it would be. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't even know what I thought it would be. Don't even know what I thought that it would be because I was clueless when I came in. I was fresh out of depression when I came in, and I've been growing every single day. And my faith has been getting stronger every single day. I may not be where I want to be, but I know that when I hit that 4K and I maintain it, I don't have to go clock into a job ever again if I don't want to. I know that when I hit that 12K, and I maintain it, and I'm growing teams, and I'm growing confidence, and I'm, building belief in others, I don't have to clock in ever again. And we have our second vehicle right there, boom, and I can feel better about getting my driver's license, right? So I may not be where I want to be yet, but I know that there's steps to everything that I've done, right? My faith had to be awakened for that sticker. My faith had to grow a little bit to hit that button and take that leap. My faith had to grow a little bit more because I didn't start working out until months after. I didn't hit the promoter button until like 2-3 months after I was thriving. I didn't start working out until 2-3 months after I hit the promoter option. It's because I'm sitting here at, my computer and I'm drinking my shake and I'm getting yelled at by David Goggins. So I put on my ghetto Skechers and I went and jogged in the rain because I was like, stop yelling at me. But I may not be where I want to be yet, but I know that these stepping stones are building a purpose, right? And I might not be where I want to be at or where I thought I expected to be at, but by faith, I show up every single day. By faith, I show up and I post and I share the products I use and I go live. And all the while I am doing that and engaging and praying for others, because we all have that group of people that throw up prayer requests in your feed. So if I don't stop right then and there and hug their post and pray for them, as soon as I am done, before I get up, I say, I will take 5 minutes and pray for everybody who threw up a prayer. Because that's just me, right? And when I first started, I was doing the IPA thing. I was doing the IPA thing, and I had the IPA list, and I had all of that, and I had that green planner that y'all saw in that one training where every single day it was, this is what you post, this is what you post, find something to post about this, find something to post about this. I was that robot. And I thought it was just organization, right? But no, I was that robot. There was no feeling to it whatsoever. I threw the list out. It's great to use that as a foundation, but I threw that list out. I create my own IPAs now, right? I had a great foundation as to how to do it. And I watched a training that Lindsay did, The Power of You. And it was just absolutely incredible. Your social media is your little corner of the internet, right? You make it how you want to. You follow who you want to. You surround yourself with who you want to surround yourself with. But don't be a robot. Nobody wants to follow a sales page, right? They want to follow a person. They want to follow a mom. They want to follow someone who's struggling with homeschooling. They want to follow somebody who's struggling with potty training. They want to follow somebody who's you know what I mean? So they don't want a robot. They don't want a sales robot that is just like, Thrive is so great, and this is what it does for me. Thrive is so great, and this is what it does for me. This company is so great, and this is what it does for me. No. So I threw all of that out, and I will keep that planner, but I will absolutely, that's a great foundation for me to have gotten started with, right? But now I post with feeling. My faith posts hold value to them because it's something that I went through or I'm going through. My mom of teens posts have value because it's literally legit something that I'm going through. I don't post too much personal stuff about my marriage or anything like that because not everybody needs to know everything, and that's fine, right? Like they don't need to know everything about you, but to post personal things about you. You're taking your kids out. That's great. What movie are you seeing? Tried a new restaurant? Great. Share that. You don't have to be a robot to work your business. That's not what this is about. And I'm showing up every day by faith, even though I may not be where I want to be yet or where I even thought I was going to be. I'm showing up by faith, and I'm showing up. And I'm showing up for myself. And this is my selfish season. Lindsay talks a lot about seasons in that training too. And I'm taking a selfish season, and that's okay. And no, yeah, this company is about helping others, and this company is about reaching others, and this company is about helping others believe in themselves and helping others build something better for themselves. And we're not here for ourselves, but it is okay if you don't take a selfish season every once in a while. All you're ever going to be doing is planting seeds. When are you going to water them? When are you going to harvest them? Right? You're just going to keep planting the seeds. You need to evolve within yourself. You need to grow within yourself. By faith, I am growing and I am evolving from the person that I was. And I am unlocking the trapped mindset that I was in for so many years, which takes time. Healing from a traumatic experience like what I went through takes time. And I am the most impatient person you'll ever meet. I have the biggest heart, love people. So super impatient. I want Christmas now. I want this now. I want that now. I want to be here now. I want to be 12K now so I can provide for my family now, so I can give back to the church now. I am like the most impatient person, but God, I want to do so much with what this company can do for so many people. I just want to help people. And I get so impatient, right? But healing, step one, from something as traumatic as what I went through, that takes time. Okay? 2, don't have a business degree, don't even have a high school diploma, trying to build a business. Introvert, socially awkward, working a business, building a business on social media is gonna take time. Was that a freaking mosquito? Are you serious right now? I'm gonna flip out. It's gonna take time. It's not a microwave success story. And I don't think I expected it to be microwave success, but I think I might have putting a little bit of expectation on it that I should have at least have ranked up by now, but that's okay because I've had to go through everything I've gone through in learning the things that I've learned so that I could grow into becoming the person that I am. I am becoming a better version of me for God's purpose for my life, not for my purpose for my life, not for what I want. No, God didn't bring me through that depression just so I could go strike it rich and live somewhere and never give back and never help others or anything like that. He's teaching me, right? So it's learning that long suffering. He is teaching me, let me tell you. But by faith, I'm opening myself up to new possibilities and a new way of living because I've never lived a healthy lifestyle in my entire life. I live the drive-through lifestyle. I live the junk food lifestyle. I binge smoked, I binge ate, sometimes I binge drank, and I binge watched. And I raised my kids in a depression on a bench, from a bench. So by faith, opening myself up to new possibilities, to a new way of living, by faith becoming a better version of me for God's purpose for my life. All right. I believe he led me to this leadership that we have here, like this group, our group right here. I believe that he led me to this leadership in this particular company because he knew what I needed before I ever did. He knew what I needed before I ever did. I could have stayed a customer, right? I was back in church. I was alive. I'm being active in my life. I'm making the changes I need to make. Great. Yay. That would have been it. That would have been it. I wouldn't have known anything about the self-development I've learned. I wouldn't have learned anything about the leadership development that I have learned. I could have stayed a customer and been in church, but I never would have gotten the rest of the personal growth that I've needed, that I've gotten since being here as a promoter in this amazing company. And for that, I'm becoming a better mom. For that, I'm becoming a better wife. For that, I am becoming a more faithful daughter of Christ. I am becoming who I should have been all along. I am becoming who God's created me to be. I just had to go through all of that because I was stubborn and I was pigheaded and I had to do things my way and I couldn't just let God take the wheel, right? No, I had to drive myself off of that cliff first. And he pulled me back just in time, and he opened my eyes to the changes that I needed to make for my life. So learning patience, and for those of us who are mamas, you think it would be embedded in us or something, but it's not. He has to teach us long suffering so that by faith, we keep going and we don't quit and we don't give up no matter what obstacle pops up in front of us. We keep going. Period. And just like you have to be consistent on your kids for them to keep on their homework, to keep on their chores, so that they can develop the habits that they need to develop for their life, so that when they move out, you know that they will be okay. You have to do that for you. We have to do that for ourselves, right? We have to develop those good habits for our life, for our heart, for our minds. And it's not getting up every single day and taking the same picture and posting, good morning, wake up the next day, take that picture, good morning. No, you have to put that vibe, you have to put that feeling, you have to put that value on it. Look for other leaders, look to other leaders. Absolutely, learn from them, but don't copy them. We don't want to be copied. We want you to see how we do something, and we want you to take it and we want you to make it your own, and we want you to put value on it. And we want you to know that you might not get anything off of that promo you do. And that's okay. Keep showing up. Somebody might not answer your poll on your story. That's okay. Whether it's Thrive or not. Keep showing up. Keep being consistent. Develop that consistent habit in your life, just like you try to instill that in your kids. And in God's time, it's going to happen. But while you're waiting for that, keep showing up, keep evolving, keep growing. by faith.